All right, guys. So here's the thing. This is one of my favorite pickups of late 2024. But going into 2025, easily top tier elite, good juice. We're talking about inspirations today, and this is one of the best. It'll be in my ebook. Strap up. We're going for a ride.
Okay, doing it for two. I watch that head move side to side as I let this in into the room. You were on time, let's connect minds. Trying to get into a mood. We gon' be fine. Close up the blinds, no rush. Finish it.
All right. Oh, forgot my logo. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon. Hey, listen, let's cut right to the chase. This is an inspiration of going after. Where the heck's my sound effects? This is an inspiration going after Tom Ford's Black Orchid EDP. And what I will say before I kind of jump into my whole thing is in my first dealings with Tom Ford Black Orchid, I was intimidated by this fragrance. I'm not going to lie. As a grown man, um, not just messing with florals in the form of an orchid, but dealing with sweeter florals, powdery florals, dense, velvety florals. That was a bit intimidating for me, especially signature florals. You know what I'm saying? This is a one of one floral type of accord that you really won't get in just about anything because, especially since with Tom Ford, I think he patented the specific orchid he used for this fragrance. But nonetheless, it was intimidating for me to wear, and I didn't like it at first. And a lot of men don't like Black Orchid, but as you start to kind of swim around and try different DNAs and really start to kind of explore what's out there, I know for me personally, I found myself coming back to the DNA. There was just something alluring about it. And I have some guesses as to why that is, which we'll talk about in a second. But I just constantly found myself being like, no, that's a good scent. I just don't know how it fits me right now. And so I didn't pull the trigger on it. Well, before I give this video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Fragrance Show. I forget his name, but the Fragrance Show, very popular on YouTube for reviews, because as I was investigating this particular fragrance among many of the inspirations of Tom Ford Black Orchid EDP, he put out a video that completely solidified in my mind my willingness to just blind buy this. And the reason why is because there's so many Black Orchid clones out there that a lot of people say are amazing. A lot of these people that say that they're amazing have only tried one, maybe two. But shout out to the Fragrance Show because he, after I did all my research and put my nose to the OG and did a lot of digging, I came across his video where he basically talks about, in his opinion, some of the top 4 best Tom Ford Black Orchid EDP clones. And he gives a thorough analysis and he gives credit to the various ones. He doesn't just say, here's the best one and why, but he walks through each one individually and talks about it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And he arrived on this fragrance I'm going to show you guys today as the best Tom Ford Black Orchid EDP clone. And I am here to confirm that because I too have gone through just about everything under the sun when it comes to Black Orchid EDP inspirations and clones. Once you get this fragrance, you will not have to buy another. And let me just tell you guys this DNA is sexy, it's signature, and it's long lasting. What else could you possibly want for date night? Now, for all my men out there struggling to find out where they fit with florals, give it time. Really give it time, because ultimately you got to get past the point of expecting the same things when it comes to sexy fragrances. You got to get past only requiring in your mind vanilla or cinnamon or booze. You know, these are typical. They're still sexy, they're still timeless, but as you start to explore all the different range of vibes you can get, you'll find yourself struggling to find this particular vibe in any other fragrance. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about Zara Man from Fragrance World. This is, again, sexy signature sillage. It is timeless. It is highly signature. It is highly potent. And man, this is a masterpiece. Let me just say it right now.
Perfect.
We don't need to go any further. Buy this fragrance if you have the tiniest inkling of wanting Tom Ford Black Orchid EDP. It is one of the best purchases of all time in the cologne category. Top notes: truffle, gardenia, blackcurrant, ylang-ylang, jasmine, bergamot, mandarin orange, amalfi. Middle notes: orchid, spices, gardenia. Fruity notes: ylang-ylang, jasmine, and lotus. Base notes: Mexican, chocolate, patchouli, vanilla, incense, amber, sandalwood, vetiver, white musk. Ignore all of that. In a nutshell, this is truffle, orchid, spices, chocolate, patchouli, vanilla, incense, vetiver. That's all you need to know. It has a bit of rich, dense but slightly powdery, but slightly velvety chocolate cakiness to it, with a purple floral nuance and some background touches of very tiny spice, vanilla, chocolate, and then the orchid is very forward. A lot of people are intimidated by Black Orchid simply because they love everything else in the fragrance, but the orchid floral is very sweet and forward by about 60-70%. And I get that, especially if you're new to florals outside of white florals. That can be very intimidating going into a completely sweet flower. I get it. I actually prefer Zara Man over Black Orchid EDP because they scale down the orchid just the tiniest bit to make this a little bit more fresh and a little less leaning on being monster mode sweet. Because they dialed it back, you get to appreciate the patchouli more, the vanilla more, the vetiver more, the white musk more, the chocolate notes, the truffle, all of that. And that's the beauty of kind of juxtaposition and balance in a fragrance, is giving the entire fragrance an opportunity to reveal itself to you. Let me go to the usual suspects and we'll wrap up, guys, because I think that this is one of the best fragrances in the inspiration market ever made. Sillage, projection, longevity, all the way. 10 hours plus. You only need about 4 to 8 sprays. If you want to be conservative, go 4. If you want to last most of the day, take it up to 8. I think for my 25 and under gentlemen, this is going to be challenging because it is so big boy, it's not even funny. But you can go there if you'd like. 25 and up, though, it is a must-have DNA in your collection. Origami, Oud 24 Hours. There's a lot of other alternatives out there, and they do smell good, but they lack in performance, or they lack in quality, or they're missing a key note that makes Black Orchid Black Orchid. I'm shocked that with a proprietary orchid note that Tom Ford has, they found an alternative ingredient to get you there. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I don't need to spray this, guys. It's so potent I can open the cap. On skin, it just warms up the tiniest bit. And man, women love this. Women love this, guys. Colder weather. Absolutely colder weather, but I don't give a rat's butt. I'm wearing it year round. As long as I'm indoors and it's not hot, I'm wearing this for date night, theater, lounge, billiards, activities at night, clubbing, ballroom, all that stuff. I don't want to even call it upscale casual, guys. I'm going to go semi-formal and up. I don't think it's too formal. It could be formal depending on the occasion. Like a ballroom is a formal event, but it's playful. But it's not a funeral fragrance. Some may argue against that. Anyways, though, guys, this is Fragrance World's Zara Man. Let me know if you've put your nose to this. Definitely worth the pickup. I think on Triple Traders is the only place I've found it, but oftentimes it's sold out. It is widely popular, guys. People are starting to figure it out and sweep this thing off the shelf. $33, 100 ml. absolutely mind-blowing. Definitely get your nose on this. Try it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to help. Like, comment, and subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell because we drop every single day, guys. There's no reason not to. If you're into fragrance content, we do reviews, game shows, collaborations, conceptual videos, everything. But every day you'll get a review of a new fragrance ranging from inspiration to niche that you need to be considering or that you need to completely get rid of. I would say like 95% of the fragrances we review are 7 out of 10 or higher in terms of the ranking I give them. So I'm already kind of interested in reviewing it before I do. But there are plenty of misses that we come across here and there. And I have to let you know because they're widely talked about. So you need to know which ones you should probably not be considering to devote your time, energy, and money elsewhere. This is The Scent Bubble. I hope you have a blessed week. And until next time, thanks for watching.